guys, it's Clarissa. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Today's video is just this super quick 10 minutes easy makeup basics. If you are new to doing your makeup and trying to learn, or you're just having a lazy day, or you're just in a rush and need to get ready really quickly, this is the perfect look for you guys.
Okay, so ready to get started. For this tutorial, I'm doing it a little bit different than I do in all tutorials. It's going to be a follow along, so I'm just not going to be speeding anything up. It's going to be as I'm doing it, and the only parts that I really cut out are when I'm in the middle of changing products and whatnot. The second thing you should keep in mind is that all of the products are interchangeable. I have the products listed in the description of like what type of product that you need, but you don't necessarily need to buy the brand that I'm buying. But I'm just kind of showing you the basic of how to use it. So the first thing is this concealer. I'm using an LA Girl concealer, and I'm focusing on getting the dark circles under my eyes mostly, and then also working on any discolorations that I have in my skin. So I have a few pimples in different parts of my face that are a little bit darker that I want to lighten up a little bit. So I'm putting the concealer all around there. For this, it depends on your skin and what really you want to correct. So if you really only want to fix your dark circles, then you only have to do your dark circles. If not, then you can do it like me and do your dark circles and any other little imperfections that you have in your face. Next, I'm just using this beauty blender. So I have just any beauty blender that you want to buy, and then spraying that with either setting spray or just getting it wet with water. And once that is pretty damp, you're going to use that to blend out the concealer that you just put in. A good tip for this, so that it's not super splotchy when you blend it out, is that make sure you're blending the concealer out, and then you're also taking that product in sort of other areas of your face that you didn't really put the concealer, so that any of that product is sort of spread out and it's not just built up in those specific areas that you put your concealer in. So as you can see, I'm doing that here, especially around my eyes. I'm sort of making sure I blend it out there, but then I'm taking it further than where I actually put the concealer and bring it down to my cheeks and up above my eyebrow and my forehead and underneath my eyebrows as well. Once that concealer is all good and blended, we're going to go ahead and set it. So I'm using my NYX Set It Don't Spread It setting powder, and I'm using a beauty blender as well, and just dipping that dry into the setting powder, and then I'm putting that underneath my eyes. I like using setting powder because I have kind of combination skin, but a lot of the times, especially underneath my eyes, my makeup gets creasy. Or it gets super blotchy from coming off of different areas of my face, and I obviously don't want that to happen, especially if I'm going to be wearing my makeup for all day, or if it's going to be hot outside. So I'm using that setting spray just to sort of pack it on there and make sure that it's really sticking and setting that concealer in place. So I'm focusing mainly underneath my eyes for that creasing, but also I tend to get makeup that creases around my smile line, so I put it there. And also I'm putting it on my T-zone. So my T-zone is my eyes, my nose, and my lips, sort of that shaped like a T, where people's faces tend to get more oily. So I'm putting it all there as well, and I'm really covering a good amount of my face with this setting powder because I'm not putting any other face makeup on. Once we're all done with that, I'm going to be moving on to a bronzer. I'm using a Too Faced bronzer, which is a little bit more expensive, but you definitely don't have to use this. You can just get any bronzer. I know normally Wet n Wild and NYX and sort of cheaper brands like that, or ones you can find at the drugstore, have pretty good bronzers as well. You just want to get something that's definitely darker than your skin tone, and for me it's sort of like a medium color. Some people use more red, and that also depends on your skin tone. So for the contouring, the main thing is you want to focus on that sort of center of your cheekbone. So I'm getting that middle of my cheek, and I'm putting the product there, but then I'm blending it so it goes up towards my ear and then down towards the corner of my mouth. Also working on making my forehead and eyes a little bit darker, so doing that contouring and bronzing there up on my forehead and around my eyes. I have a pretty round face, so I like to try to make sure that everything is nice and shaded. I also did underneath my chin to structure that jawline a little bit, and I'm just kind of going to spread that out and kind of put it everywhere just to make sure that my face looks nice and bronze. After the bronzer, I'm just going to go ahead and get a fluffy brush, and you want to make sure you get all of the bake off. If you don't dust all of it off, you might have like some really weird flashback from the powder, or just parts of your face where you look like a ghost, and we don't want to look like a ghost. So I'm just going to dust all that off. Now I'm going to be doing my highlight. I'm just using my Wet n Wild highlight, and then you can use sort of any brush. You don't have to use a fan brush, but here I'm using a fan brush, and I'm focusing that highlight on the upper parts of my cheek, my nose, and my Cupid's bow right above my lips. I like having a super blinding bright highlight. I like looking like I'm sweaty all the time, so I go back and put some setting spray on, and then with that setting spray I go back and put more powder on, and when your face is wet like that, it sort of helps the setting spray to stick more and become super pigmented, and you get that even brighter highlight. I also go in and put a little bit underneath my contour, on my chin and my forehead a little bit, and then also underneath my brows, just because, like I said, I like looking like I'm just sweaty. So I just like that glow. One of my last steps is lashes. So I actually already have mascara on from last night, so I'm not doing a lot of mascara, and I didn't even curl my mascara. But as an additional step, if you have an eyelash curler, you can go ahead and curl your eyelashes before you put your mascara on. It really does make a huge difference. Like I said, I was just kind of being lazy and I didn't do that. But I'm using a Benefit They're Real mascara. You can use any mascara you want, just find a cheaper one at the drugstore. Look at reviews online if you're not really sure which mascara to buy, and kind of try them out and see which one you like. And then you're just using that mascara. I only do my top lashes because I'm not really a fan of doing my bottom lashes, because I feel like it makes the shape of my eye look odd when I'm not wearing eyeliner. So I only do the top, but that's also whichever you prefer. I actually had done my makeup the night before, so I kind of already have my eyebrows done. So here I'm just taking a tinted brow gel, and I'm doing that to sort of just go in and fill out a little bit of those middle brows. This is definitely dependent on how much eyebrows you have. I personally do not have that much eyebrows because I'm half Asian and there's just not a lot of eyebrow hair that's there. So I use a pomade, and I use a powder, and then I also use a brow gel, but it's really up to you what you want to use and what you like the best and what's easiest for you. I know I had started out using pretty much just like a brown eyeshadow to do my brows, and then as I kind of wanted them to look a little bit nicer and neater, I started using the pomade that I use now. And then this gel has kind of been an addition that I've recently started using when I just kind of want a little bit of color added there. And that's it.
My video cut off toward the end there, so I think the only thing that you guys missed was I put on a nude lip. At the end of the video, after I do my mascara and all of that kind of stuff, I went ahead and did a nude lip just because it kind of helps. I know me personally, I have the outer edge of my lip is a little bit lighter, and so I just put a nude shade that's almost pretty much the color of my lips on, a little bit darker, and I line that on my lips and then blend that out. I've done that in a few of my other videos, so I'll put a link up there that you can find one of the other ones if you want to know exactly how I did it, but that was just the only step that got kind of cut off toward the end there. I love doing makeup. I love having a full face and having my face beat and just feeling beautiful, but also 99% of the time I'm usually in a completely bare face and not even wearing any makeup, especially Monday through Friday. I really don't ever wear any makeup unless I'm going out one night or something like that. I have a little bit of time and I just want to do like a light so it looks like, you know, I tried and I'm like very put together and professional. I can do this super easy makeup look. It literally took me less than 10 minutes. I used 10 products at most. You can use maybe 5 products if you really want to narrow it down. You can buy things that are not expensive. None of this stuff is super expensive. So it's an affordable, easy makeup look that you can do to make yourself look like you know what you're doing. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and check back for new videos every Tuesday and Friday.